Guys, we're gonna dive right into this clip here, man. This is a clip of PBD and his.
I'm not a Christian. I am a follower of Christ.
Do we have?
So his podcast. They've been really, they spread a bunch of misinformation, a lot of propagandized. They were solid when it came to fighting off the liberal left, but now their whole game is to spread misinformation, propagandize. Situations like especially the conflict in the Middle East, and they're all very divided on, how they feel about certain positions. Each one of them is, I guess, from a different region in the Middle East. Let's get into this clip, man. A lot of misinformation here, guys.
Any of the videos of Syria?
A lot of misinformation here.
Yeah,
I do have this video.
Graphic,
yeah, I don't know if we can show that for
How
you.
How graphic is this one?
But this is a masked, unidentified Assyrian Christian talking about how the media is not reporting on what is going on, that there are people going through and killing women and children in the region.
Just
show
for being Christian.
Kill the truth. Face now, because I don't want anyone to see my face, because if they see me, they will kill me. I'm from Syria. I live now in the city of Latakia. Please, please, please. The media is not showing you anything. The terrorists are killing everyone. Children, women, teenagers, old people. Just killing. There is more than 100 body in my... There is more than 100 body in my village. Now, even in the city, they are just taking the children and the women and kill them. I don't know what to do with my mom and my two sisters. Please, you gotta help us. Nobody's talking anything about it. Not the social media or the TV channels. They are all hiding the truth. They are saying that they are killing the resistance, but this is end up 2 days ago. Please, you gotta help us. They have been killing people since 2 days until now. Hundred of bodies are thrown in the street, in the villages, and in the city of Syria. We are not allowed to go out of the house. They just come to the houses, take the people, kill them outside of the house, and take all the phones so nobody record or do anything. Please, you gotta help us. I have two sisters. I have two sisters. I don't know what to do with them. If it's okay for me if I die, but not for my two sisters or my mom. One of them is a teenager. Please, you gotta help us. Nobody's talking anything about it. Human rights, United Nations, anyone, America, anyone, just please help us.
Rob, what other
you
clip
know
do you have
to
that
do.
we can show? This is heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, and you know the saddest thing about it is nobody's gonna help them. Of
You
course.
would-
No, that's not.
Look, and you're Christian. I know how close you are to everything you believe. Vinny, do you see what's going on in Syria now?
Of course. What do you mean? I was watching.
Do you
before
see
we came
what's
in.
going on?
Yeah, of course.
Those are your people.
Well, the world. Hold
What
on,
would
and
you-
the world's not talking. Well, hold on. We talk about it. There's small groups talking about it. Why isn't it on the main stage?
And-
why aren't more people pissed off than Christians? Because when it's Christians, nobody gives a shit.
But we're
When it's
talking about
everybody
it now.
else, everybody gives a
But
shit.
hold on, let's stay here. We're talking about it now. What would you do if those are your people? You're Assyrian.
Yeah.
Which is Babylonian, which is modern day Iraq.
Yeah.
Where's your community now?
We don't have a country.
Why?
Because we were crazy warriors and we were fighting.
No,
We spread our
because the
forces
caliphate
thin.
came in and said, get out or you will die, or pay the jizya tax, or you're infidels. Because, and it's not all Muslims. I have great...
All right, so this clown here, bro, and this guy is just such he's like the instigator of usually the misinformation and the propaganda. So he's by the way, he's like this Jewish pro-Israeli guy. So, I mean, it's expected, right? So this guy flips the whole situation that's going on in Syria, which really it's a sick situation, guys. I mean, let's just be honest here. The CIA and Al Qaeda, they're all, in hands. They work with each other, and they allowed ISIS pretty much to control Syria now, to get rid of the Assad government, because it was seen as a threat to Israel. Really, that's really the main reason, right? And then this clown here, he flips the whole situation. And by the way, most people that are dying in Syria are the Muslim. They're actually Muslim minorities. Well, they're not really Muslim. They're Alawites, but they derive a lot of their beliefs from Islam. They have nothing to do with Christianity. And they're getting, massacred by these ISIS terrorists who the current government has no control over that or over there. You know, these people are psychopathic probably. They've been in jail for several years. You know, they're coming out and they're just killing people left and right. There's no control. There's no, I mean, the country's heavily sanctioned. It's, you know, it's probably like the worst place to be on in planet Earth at this point, right? So, not really, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. So now, this guy flips the whole situation and now makes it a Muslim thing. Like the Muslims are trying to kill, when in reality the majority of people that are dying are actually Muslims, because that's what ISIS and these organizations do best. That's why the U.S. and Israel love them so much, is because they actually target Muslims instead of targeting Israel or whoever the main enemy of the Muslims are, right? So they target other Muslims. They kill more Muslims than they kill anyone else. And the Christians in Syria, from what I understand, which I don't support these guys at all. I hope they all, that entire group of people, the government there is just absolutely sick guys. So the Christians, from what I understand, haven't been really fucked with yet. There's no, they haven't really been, there isn't huge massacres like there are in the Alawite community, which was the main community that was behind the Assad regime, right? So, again, a lot of propaganda. This guy's trying to flip it into, it's like, oh, look at the, this is a Muslim thing, and they're trying to kill off all the people who are non-Muslims, which obviously it's a lie, but this is what this guy does best. And then his co-host pretty much checks him, and he's like, okay, his co-host knew what he was doing, right? Look, take a look at what happened.
Muslim friends, but there, even if it's 1%, which is more, out of 2 billion people, that's 20 million people who are willing to die and sacrifice their lives to kill you.
Nobody is going to help the Christians because nobody gives a shit about us, period. And I understand what you're saying. The question going back was, why is the sympathy for Israel getting lesser? I think it's because they're getting tired. Dude, Americans get tired because October 7th thing, for a year everybody was like, it was all crazy. Now it's kind of died down. We just gave Israel another $4 billion that kind of nobody really talked about it. And Americans are just like, they're just tired.
I'm shocked you're missing the point here,
I
brother.
didn't miss the point. I'll give you an answer of why are the numbers dropping by 6%.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Well, that's what the question was.
No, Vinny.
Yes, it was.
Okay, listen. What that guy just said is they're going around killing people indiscriminately. Why?
Because they're Christians.
Okay. Who else are they killing?
Whoever. I don't know, Adam.
They're killing any minority that is not their faction of Islam. Druze, Alawites. If there's any Jews left, they're dead. So who cares if percentages of sympathies have dropped? Let's recognize what it is. Radical Islamic terrorism will exterminate an entire region. Focus on that. It's not about Jews. It's not about Christians. It's not about the Druze. It's not about the Alawites. It's about this faction of radical Islam will take out anybody in their path. By the way, did you see that clip of maybe 10 years ago when Trump understands the difference between Assad versus whoever else is out there? Do you have that clip by any chance? He says,
Take a look.
He says, why does Russia support Assad? He goes, we got to take out ISIS. But we have no idea who's on the other side. Well, we're finding out who's on the other side. So if you can't find that clip, maybe we can show some other clips of what's going on in Syria.
Rob, you have it. Check your text. You have
Okay,
it.
but you have to understand, this is what they're trying to eradicate. And this is what Israel is fighting every single day.
So going back, and Adam, I understand everything that you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. The question that came to me was, why is the percentage, even though it's small, going down? What does it have to? Why? So you mean to tell me this is why Israel's losing sympathies, because Syrian terrorists are killing Christians?
No, he's
This is the crazy part, is that Israel, we saw Netanyahu announce the day after, like, he thanked God that they took down the Assad government, and he was behind the Jolani guy. He was actually supporting the takeover of Syria. So they caused this indirectly to happen. And then when he talks about, Israel doesn't, well, Israel's been massacring the Palestinians for 18 months already. It's like, and they've been not only Palestinians, Lebanese, Syrians, anything that they see that's not their brand of Judaism. So, You know, you see where the propaganda is, but you know, again, people like this guy's small work. You know, most people are with a half a brain, or unless like they're like, you know, stuck in their ways or they're old fashioned. They don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, they understand the bullshit behind a lot of what he's saying.
Combining what's going on in Syria with what's going on with the camp that's saying Free Palestine, he's combining those two together because they are related.
Yes.
Rob, what is this
They're
clip you're
terrorist
showing?
sympathizers.
This is what was sent. This is President Trump, I believe, 10 years ago regarding Assad.
Let's hear the clip. Go for
So
it.
I've watched Assad, and I've
Lost weight since then.
the other side. The problem is the other side of Assad. We have no idea who they are. They probably are ISIS. I'm saying, are we better off with Assad? We have no idea who these people are. We give them weapons, we give them ammunition, we give them everything. Aaron, we have no idea who. I mean, maybe it's worse than Assad. So what are we doing? Why are we involved? We have to get rid of ISIS, very importantly. But I look at Assad, and Assad to me looks better than the other side. And you know, this has happened before. We back a certain side, and that side turns out to be a total catastrophe. Russia likes Assad seemingly a lot. Let them worry about ISIS. Let them fight it out.
Yeah,
so I've
let's-
watched Assad. And
Let's
I've
show
watched-
those clips of what's going on in Syria. If the Gays for Gaza crew and the Free Palestine crew want my respect, I want to hear you protest about what's going on to Christians. Go ahead, Palestinian Brigade. Talk about what's going on to Christians. Because you don't like killing of innocent people, right?
Yep.
You don't like genocide, right? But they won't say shit.
Nothing.
Because they only condemn what Israel does to other people. They don't talk about what's going on in Yemen. They don't talk about what's going on in Syria. They don't go talk about what's going on in Lebanon. They don't talk about what's going on in Sudan. All they want to talk about is when Israel bombs Hamas or Hezbollah or whatever they do. You want my respect, Palestinian crew? Talk about what's going on in the Christians. Then you'll have a little bit of my respect. Watch this. Bark like a dog. Go ahead. They're making Christians crawl and bark like dogs
As they beat them and shoot them.
simply for being Christians in Syria.
Again, all right, a lot of propaganda, man. This majority of them are Muslim or Alawites. I don't know if you consider them Muslim, but a lot of fucking propaganda, guys. A lot of bullshit propaganda he's spewing. But this is the type of mentality that these people have. Like, they capitalize on little situations like that and then leave. They want to leave the big fucking elephant in the room, which is like Israel's behavior the past 18 months, you know, where it was just a genocidal, I don't know what you want to call it. Like, it's unexplainable, like the amount of, you know, death and damage they've caused to a group of people that are in an open air prison simply because they're not Jews. So I don't know, you know, this guy's a complete moron, but whatever. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below about that, man.